Hey guys, it's the Raw wrap-up on Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitters for the WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Shouts to our friend Slice on Broadway, ProWrestlingTees.com/WMS to get some threads, spread shirt. You can get some other ones linked over there at WrestlingMayhemShow.com and so much more. Of course, Sorgatron Media Services. If you need any help with your podcast or whatnot, need any advice, any education, we got a lot of stuff going on over there at SorgatronMedia.com. With me is one Mad Michelson of Poughkeepsie, New York. The safe word is Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie. Yes. I learned that from Supernatural over the weekend.
Supernatural actually said the safe word is Poughkeepsie?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm surprised no one's ever told me that.
You know what Poughkeepsie means? Run like hell.
Yeah, I see that because I try to run like hell from here every time I'm here. So, hi, Sorg.
Hi, and of course I'm here in beautiful Pittsburgh, PA, in the original Mayhem Studios, ready to have a lot of fun. And I'm trying to find the live broadcast so I can tweet it so other people can join us here live on the air. But it was a really good Raw tonight. Okay, it's ups and downs. It's 3 hours. It's not all going to be amazing. How did you feel? What was the highlight for you? That last half hour has to be a highlight for you there, Mad Michelson.
Well,
that's your name now. That's your name now, by the way, Mad Michelson.
Michelson? All right.
Mad Mike Michelson.
Mad Mike Michelson? All right. I think my favorite part of tonight's episode was the backstage segment that started off with Seth Rollins, continued to the New Day, continued to Edge and Christian, and then the Dudleys. Because that felt like the era of Raw that we should be trying to get back to. Because that was amazing. It combined storylines, it brought up history, and it progressed storylines. Like, that's a trifecta. It's a trifecta of what you want to do. Like, they referenced the last time Seth Rollins saw Edge and Christian, he tried to brain Edge and kill Christian again. Then the Dudleys, and then the New Day, and there were trombone and kazoo battles. Like, yes, win. Like, I don't know why bringing back certain Attitude Era stars makes the writers realize, oh yeah, we can book stuff like the Attitude Era again. You can do that with everybody.
I want to hold that back because again, we're going back. We're talking about the writers, but I'm wondering if we're also talking about how much are the writers really helping at that point. When you put the minds of the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the New Day in a room together, I think stuff just happens.
Yeah, but it's their job to. It's the writer's job to put those minds together. Like to say, hey, you guys are going to be in a segment together. Figure it out. We trust you.
Right. Okay. I'm with you. And I don't think that happens enough. But it was pure magic. I was cracking up at that more than I have at Raw in a while. And no, I think that's one of those awesome points. And you mentioned about the interweaving with Seth Rollins with a New Day. I love that we didn't just have something in the first segment and then 3 hours later we had a match to end the show and we don't even remember other than we recapped it. I felt like there were less recaps tonight because we had so much going on and progressing throughout the evening.
Yes and no. And I mean, and then you're going to get things that don't progress anything. They usually involve Randy Orton.
Randy and Sheamus, and I know we kind of went off a little bit about how Randy Orton Sheamus is like wrestling purgatory, Groundhog's Day of Monday Night Raw, because it has been the millionth time it feels like that we've seen it. Well, we saw 120 some matches these guys have had together, and it feels like half of them were in the last 3 months. But still, it is weird. It's like they the one guy's called off for the last couple months, and they just left that post-it note on the booking board. But I don't know.
Well, I think, Sorg, I think the problem is when they wrote that one, they used permanent marker instead of Sharpie. So everyone just thinks like, oh, I guess we're doing this again. But really, no one's taking the time to get like the Windex and just, scrub that off.
Or the one guy responsible for booking that segment of the show every week just like has been spending the day in whatever strip joints nearby instead of booking a show. And it's like, these guys will be fine. And then they just show up and like, us again? Yeah, another day, another Sheamus match. Let's do this, But at least like they did turn it into something. And hey, Orton got injured. Maybe we'll have Sheamus do something different next week. Not
Dare to dream, Sorg.
Although I did love when all of you thought that this meant Orton was going to be the third person in that tag match at the pay-per-view.
It still might, Sorg.
You don't know.
We have 13 days to the pay-per-view.
That's a lot of time for a Superman pro wrestler to recover from a giant attack like that. But
and it wasn't even a giant attack.
I mean, it was a giant man that attacked. That's the biggest concern I had.
Large Bam Neely attacked him. There wasn't even a table involved.
Oh wow! But other than that, okay. Then we mentioned a little bit about things kind of stringing through. We had Seth Rollins' worst night ever. I know you guys really kind of go off when we hear this is the worst night ever. This is his biggest challenge. I mean, you understand the mission of the commentator, right? Like that he has to make you think that this is the most cataclysmic or spectacular thing that you've seen this evening.
But I mean, and I understand selling it, but there's also a thing where don't treat your viewers like idiots. Like, okay, he lost 2 matches. Guess what? He still has both his championships.
But to a point, I think you still also have to not treat your fans like idiots, but treat them as if they need their handheld because it's always somebody's first show. Could you?
Yeah, but how about, this is certainly a major setback for Seth Rollins. He didn't perform well in either match tonight.
Okay, maybe the wording could have been better selected.
Yeah, I mean, but that's all. That is literally all their job is wording.
True. But I still contend. I don't know to cut them the slack. You say that they're too well paid to be screwing this up as they do. Some things we were talking about throughout the evening. But I think a person can only do so much with what they're given.
I don't know.
Performance flounders when you're at a job for too long.
Well, then maybe they shouldn't be at that job, Sorg.
Yeah, but that's also the part of being a corporation too. Is that like sometimes you just lose people in the wind, like Zack Ryder, who's been on the WWE big board, was hit by a train and they forgot about him, as we were talking about on Twitter earlier. But anyways, but I think we had some fun matchups with Seth Rollins and Ryback. We had that combination with New Day and Seth and Primetime and Cena was just I don't want to call it magical, but there was a lot going on. I know it
was fresh,
and I know a lot of us kind of have a Booker mind of this because I know I thought this, and Eamon commented on it, and I think you might have as well, about wow, they really kind of let Seth get beat up there by the Primetime players. It's like, well, they are like former tag team champions, but still, you don't see that too often. That intermingling of and giving something to the IC champion, for instance, and stuff like that. They don't. Good.
And they let John Cena get beat up by the tag team champions,
which is fantastic.
If that was Triple H literally would have given all 3 of them a pedigree at once.
He'd be like,
and then given a knee buster to the trombone,
and then forgot all their names.
Yes, and asked Kofi if he was still Jamaican. Like that's what would have happened. And Cena, for all his character flaws, for lack of a better term, he gives a lot back in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He gives a lot back.
I think there's a lot of good stuff in that match in general. I thought it was a very fun match, and it was a good. Like we ended on a crazy good note for Monday Night Raw, and that does count. I mean, that really is like, well, yeah, this happened. Okay, yeah, we kind of saw this coming. Okay, buddy. But then we also saw. That the statue thing come to fruition. Again, Raw is so freaking long, and even though we've revisited it like 2 or 3 times, I kind of still forgot there was a statue situation with Sting, and I thought it ended up kind of fun.
I was a little upset that Sting didn't show up in the arena.
Yeah, me too.
That literally could have been filmed at any point over the past month.
Which means it probably was.
Yes.
To be quite honest.
Yeah.
We have select dates with Sting because he's Sting.
Yeah, so. And I get that, but I don't know. Like, I just hope we get to see the mangled trophy next week. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, if he drags it out, Seth is has the statue, and he's like, it's still my trophy, damn it, but it's in a box.
No, not even it's literally, it looks like a Picasso statue. It's all abstract and everything. And you can make out part of the gold plate on the U.S. title.
It's too
bad. You can make out part of his beard.
Too bad he doesn't still have J&J security or something. He needs some lackeys that he needs to yell at while they're trying to glue it back together.
Oh, or Or you see Jamie Noble's hand reach out of the dump like Shredder and Ninja Turtles 2 with the statue in hand.
Yes.
His face.
That's how you reintroduce those guys. Like, hey, we
That's
found
how
something
you bring
for you,
back
boss.
Kevin Nash.
Oh, okay, we could do that too, I guess. That wasn't exactly what I was hoping for there, but okay.
Kevin Nash and Sting still have heat, brother.
From Nitro 2000, when, I don't know, Wolfpack Red and Black
Yeah, sure.
is back.
Or
Man.
even from TNA, Main Event Mafia explodes.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm the only person who remembers the Main Event.
No, I do too. Painfully so. Painfully so.
All right, Sorg, there's one thing we need to talk about.
Please, divas? Divas
Yeah,
are okay.
Yeah, divas.
There's a lot going on in the divas, and it's not like it like there was a good match tonight. It wasn't stupid beat the clock stuff that made me sad.
It was stupid ending.
Oh,
Stupid distraction. Stupid
Listen,
distraction finish.
it's hard to interact. Stupid distraction fetish. Is that what you said?
Finish, not fetish.
Oh, fetish? Stupid distraction fetish. That is the name of my Slipknot cover band.
You all wore Mankind masks. You all wore different faces of Foley.
I wrote that down. I seriously wrote that down. So we're keeping that. We're keeping that here. That's
Okay.
that might be the title. But what were we going? Listen, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to distract the ref and heels. Okay.
Yeah, but Sorg, if Randy Orton v Sheamus 1028 can get a clean finish, Paige and Sasha Banks can get a clean finish.
Yes, then they should, as they should, certainly. There's again, we have this problem. I think there's just too many girls involved. You know, it's just like for so many girls that have like the one-on-one thing. I think this just shows the writers that don't know what to do with these people, these girls, these ladies, these women, these wonderful people,
These wrestlers.
These wrestlers, women's wrestlers. What? This is a wrestling program? Nobody told me, said Freddie Prinze Jr.
Hey.
I know it's been a while. Actually, he was probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, he was fine. He was fine. He's like Stephen Amell met Scooby-Doo. Anyway, literally. Also, we're getting Matt Carlin's petition clearly worked.
I know he is like completely like over the moon for this. It was like, petitions are real, man. You start one. Even Charlotte has one, and it worked for her too.
Paige is costing her that match next week, isn't she?
We're playing Booker, but yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But then again, we get a Paige Charlotte Uber feud?
I think we get like a 3-way at Night of Champions
with Nikki.
Mm-hmm. Which is what it should, because Nikki still has to defend that title at Night of Champions if she escapes with the record. Which, I mean, come on, we all. Her mom is marrying John Laurinaitis, for Christ's sake. We know she's getting that record. Reading
the tea leaves and the Total Divas, this is what we've come up with.
That's not even Total Divas. That was on WWE.com.
Well, I told you, she's an employee of the company. You keep it in the family, and she's an employee of sorts because she's on the Total Divas show. So,
yeah. But like, and I don't like. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. And I'm gonna come back.
You're gonna math some shit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna science the fuck out of this Divas title reign, Sorg. I'm gonna science the fuck out of it.
I usually try to go lighter on the swearing on this one, but fuck it.
Yeah, no, I know, and it's like a PG-13 movie. You get one.
Well, we each got one, so let's move on to the science.
Okay, I'm gonna science the heck out of this, and I'm gonna figure out how many days, hours, minutes, and seconds AJ Lee held that title for, and then I'm gonna compare it with Nikki Bella's days, hours, minutes, and seconds, because I think the BellaTron is wrong.
Fix the BellaTron. Hey, even the Y2J countdown was kind of off as well. So even the 5-minute finish, 15-minute draw isn't always. Was there one year somebody broke down
the best.
The Royal Rumble numbers, like it's not actually 90 seconds or 60 or something like that.
Not even close. TNA is the worst with that. when they have their little gauntlet battle royal things. Oh my god, don't ever time that because you'll drive yourself into hysterics.
Hey,
Take it from someone who's done it.
kayfabe quantum mechanics. That's TNA right there.
No, Sorg, you're just not thinking fourth dimensionally. That's what it is.
The fourth dimension, 6 sides of the ring, whatever the case may be.
I keep telling you, TNA's booked in a TARDIS. It's the same thing. It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. That's why you can't blink during an Orton Sheamus match. You'll just go back in time to 2009.
Oh, so much good stuff from this, and so many show title possibilities. Anyways, let us know what you thought about Raw. It's the Raw wrap up. Hit us up. I'm mad, or no, you're Mad Mike 4883 on the Twitters. I'm at Sorgatron. Let me just double check, make sure nobody had any questions for us while we were going here, while I'm trying to wrap up here. But thank you so much for. I know a couple people are dropping in live, checking out the show, and a lot of you guys checking it out afterwards. Thank you so much. I've been looking at the numbers. Been really happy with seeing some of the spikes here in the last couple of weeks, and we want to hear your thoughts. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com is our general email address. And check out all the stuff at WrestlingMayhemShow.com and our friends at IndieWrestling.us. We have a lot of cool stuff over there. We have around the indies. If you want to check out what happened this past weekend in indie wrestling, just started on our blog, and some great releases from the Western PA and Ohio areas in independent pro wrestling with some big names like Cage Match, Cage Fury 2015 with Rhino and Tommy Dreamer of all people. One of those guys popping up in NXT a little bit, isn't he? So, and actually Tommy Dreamer is popping up in TNA locally in a couple weeks. So there's that. Mike,
he'll be on YouTube in November.
Anything coming? Yeah, exactly. Anything coming up from you this week? You have any big expectations? I guess you're going to be doing a Total Divas wrap up at least.
Total Divas wrap up definitely, and schedule permitting, I should be back on the midweek war this week. So you'll hear all I have to say about TNA, and believe me, it sure is a lot.
There you go. Tell him that, and he also live tweets those Wednesday night shows a good bit as well.
Follow the hashtag MM.
Hashtag MM to know it's him. I'm usually on Monday nights during Monday Night Raw, unless I get very tired and I try to hand it off with somebody else. And we're just generally kind of commenting on stuff all week long on at Mayhem Show. I check out the Facebook group, Wrestling Mayhem Show, on there. A lot of great conversation. And thank you, Mad Mike, for joining me once again to talk Monday Night Raw.
You are welcome, Sorg, as always.
And until next time, get raw.